So Mike Evans caught like 500 touchdown passes in this game. He caught the 600 from Tom Brady, threw it in the stands because he points out a Buccaneers fan to give the ball to, and that's his thing. And it turns out he didn't realize that was a 600 touchdown pass. So he comes to the bench and he's got this look on his face. Oh my God. They sent a Bucs staffer over to talk to the gentleman in the front row who it sounds like didn't want to give up the football, and understandably so. Personally, I was thinking, like, it's just a football. I don't care if you swap one out for me, sign it or whatever. I'll give it to my kid. I'm fine with that. But he was, sort of making a point. He got a football in exchange, and the promise that something else would be in the works. And what something else?
Well, Greg Allman found out of the Athletic found out what it was. He got a signed. I think it's a signed football. Another sign. Let me make sure he has signed football. He got $1,000 gift card to the Bucs shop.
Yeesh, come on now.
Like, what are we doing here?
There it is.
And the important thing to note is, all right, so this ball, which is to a replacement game ball, the Bucs gave fan Byron Kennedy $1,000 gift card to their team store for returning the ball from Tom Brady's 600th career touchdown pass. Now, worth noting, Darren Ravel spoke to someone who runs a sports memorabilia auction shop, and this guy said that ball would be worth, at bare minimum, $500,000 in an auction.
Yeah, I don't know if that maybe, but here's the other thing. And Neil Coulon tweeted about this. He covers, I think he's Steelers Wires where he works. The ball belongs to the NFL until it leaves the stadium, so they could have just taken it from him. What do you got?
Now, timeout. This is where. Let's just lowball and say the ball's only worth $100,000. This guy, and Tom Brady did say in his post-game press conference, that he's going to give the guy something nice. So we don't know.
They'll crank this up, because if they don't, people will make a stink about it.
Well, I'm just going to say, if somebody accidentally gives me that 600th touchdown ball, I'm not staying for the rest of the game, especially when it's a blowout like this. I am bolting out of row one. At what was Cooper Kupp's 40-yard dash? 4.62. I am getting from the front row of the stadium to the gate in 4.62 seconds. I am absolutely gone. I'm selling the ball for $100,000 eBay, and I'm doing this podcast from a Caribbean island.
I don't know what the authentication rules are. I mean, they would see in the stands, but I don't know what else has to happen. Number one. Number two, my first thought was, I'll let Tom Brady have his ball. And I think he came over. I don't know if he spoke to this kid's son or not, but the kid
that was a kid who had brain cancer.
Oh, that kid was crying. He had
he had a sign that said, "Tom Brady helped me beat brain cancer."
And great. There you go.
It was awesome. But so the guy and this is Ken Golden on the screen in YouTube. His point was, this is the only ball,
one of a kind memorabilia, because no one else has ever thrown for 600 touchdowns.
Correct. It's Tom Brady, which juices up the numbers like crazy, and like this ball would sell for a ton. People would want this ball.
So let me ask you guys this.
By the way, the fan in question is a kind of a high-ranking doctor, I think, or like a head of surgery or something like that. Like I think he's not like, a homeless guy. He's not my wife's friend Grace in Tampa, getting this game ball.
If you guys are sitting in the stands as 40-year-olds or nearly 40-year-olds, as Will Brinson and John Breach, and you got that ball, and somebody came over from a staffer and said, we'll give you football, we'll give you $1,000, whatever. Are you not giving it back?
I think it's a weird.
I just told you I'm bolting the stadium. I'm gone.
What are you really doing? You're not good. You're not running out of the stadium like a weirdo.
I'm running out of the stadium. The thing
Brinson, what are you doing?
Okay, so this guy. Do you think the guy knew it was Brady's 600th touchdown ball? I bet he didn't until they started making a big hoo-ha.
I'm asking you what you would do.
Well, they made a big deal out of it in the stadium,
right? So what would you do?
It or whatever. So I think that. I think there's two schools of thought here. One, our pal Adam Rank of NFL Media, we were tweeting about this. People were like, it's like if you sold somebody a car and you found out the car was worth $500,000, would you just turn around and give the car back? It's like that's a financial transaction. What are you talking about? This is not the same thing. Or somebody was like, if you gave Mike Evans gave Roger Goodell's car keys to a fan. It's like, what? Why would he have his car keys in his uniform? What are you talking about, you fools? So all those arguments are idiotic. I think there's a question of, do you, as a fan, like as a huge Buccaneers fan, like Tom Brady brought you the Super Bowl last year, do you sort of feel like the best? Because to me, the karmic move is to say, yeah, I get it. Here you go. Because I think the staffer probably came over and said, hey, man, look, Mike Evans wasn't supposed to throw that ball in the stands. He didn't realize it. We got to figure out a way to get it back. If you give it back, I'll promise we'll hook you up.
What would Will Brinson do if you were in that situation? As Will Brinson?
my honest answer is that I would say, well, what's the hookup? Let me know, and then we can talk.
And Breach, you would literally run out of the stadium.
I'd be gone.
Because
you know what's funny? I'm just kidding. Here's why I would not be gone. Because if you are a Buccaneers season ticket holder, no one like you are going to be you're gonna have the scarlet letter. You're gonna have the scarlet letter on you because everyone's gonna treat you like crap all the time. You'll forever be known and blacklisted and everything as the guy who stole Tom Brady's touchdown ball. And people, your face is gonna be plastered because you've been on TV. You try to go to a bar, you try to go to this, or you're
like Steve Bartman is.
Right. You try to get your car repaired. They're gonna like cut your gas lines on purpose.
You bum.
And like why'd you steal Brady's football? Why don't you just give it back to him? And so unless you're planning on taking your $500,000 and moving out of Tampa, then I think you have to give it back.
Like I saw the thing unfold, and my first thought was, yeah, I'll give the guy his ball back. Clearly, I could use $500,000. That wouldn't even cross my mind. I would talk to the staffer and be like, okay, sure, I'll take a football, whatever. If, whoever can come talk to my kid or whatever, that's what they want if they're Bucs fans. But I would never think I'm running out of the stadium. I would never think I'm not giving this ball back. But that's just me.
Yeah. I don't, it would be weird to sprint out of the stadium. That would be the smart move.
No, it'd be idiotic. You see Brace running down the street on the freeway with a football in his hand.
But I think it would be difficult to, as Edgardo Soto in the YouTube chat notes, only right answer is to run out of the stadium. I don't know that in the moment while you're holding the ball, if you had asked me how much is that ball worth, I also would have drastically undershot the value that I didn't.
You think someone's paying $500,000 for that ball?
Yeah.
Yes, I would have thought 100,000.
100,000. Oh, that was right. $100,000 was what I was thinking. But so like, if they were like, we need, and if I knew it was the 600 touchdown ball, and they came over and they were like, hey, look, we will hook you up. You just gotta trust me. I'd be like, well.
Can I get some in writing, please?
Yeah, like tell me what you're.
Call my lawyer. Let's see if we can hammer something out.
Because I don't think the Bucs have hooked him up sufficiently.
I would ask for season tickets for the next 5 years, maybe 10
things for the next 5 years, and a Tom Brady signed game ball.
And Tom Brady shows up at my kid's birthday party.
Yeah, once a year until he's 25.
Rich just can't be like just give a straight answer. It's always end it with some silliness. But yeah, I think that's fair.
How's that silly? I want Tom Brady at my kid's birthday party.
Tom Brady's not coming to your kid's birthday party.
I think asking for 5 years of season tickets and I saw somebody tweeted my thing and said this. It was so 5 years of season tickets, a Tom Brady signed game jersey or game ball from one of the touchdowns that game, sort of replace it. Cause it's like getting a ball from Mike Evans at a Bucs game that that's a cool moment. You like to get it replaced. And then if the Bucs go back to the Super Bowl, I'd like 2 tickets to the Super Bowl as well. And you can have this ball, sir.
Or I'll take the 2 tickets to the Super Bowl, whether they go back or not. And the hilarious part here is that Mike Evans just gives away all his touchdown balls. He does not care. He caught 3 of them. He gave all 3 of them away. Like, this dude is like, I don't collect footballs. What am I going to do with them? Like,
maybe the lesson there is don't be materialistic.
The lesson is don't throw touchdown passes to Mike Evans. He's going to give away your footballs.
I do think there's a really good chance that at some point in the next 2 weeks that we get a Tom Brady social media post involving this guy and Brady at Brady's house or like at out on a boat or I don't know what it would be, but I think Tom will, because that dude did the right thing. Like he gave it back.
100% he did the right thing. But I'm not like you have all the memorabilia back there, but I mean, you're not married to the NC State helmet. I mean, Phil Rivers.
I have a Super Bowl ball and I'm giving it away to some.
Yeah, and I think Breach is actually, of the 3 of us, he's the most memorabilia materialistic of the bunch, and that's fine. A lot of people are into that, but I would never be like, yeah, no, get out of here. I need X, Y, and Z. It just wouldn't mean that much to me. But again, I don't go to football games and sit near the front and try to get footballs. So it all just depends. I would
this is we're gonna have to change which ball gets given out. I kind of gave this away to somebody else.
That's the actual, if you're watching on YouTube, that's the actual Tom Brady ball.
Right. I stole it from Tom. I got Tom Brady's jersey from the other Super Bowl.
Yeah,
back
Super Bowl.
Right.